from bronze to mythic. If I could only open some rares.
That's freaking terrible.
But we'll work hard to solve the format.
7 wins.
And I'm sure we'll make it there.
All right, what is up, my friends? Welcome to Bronze to Mythic. Show you after our count from Bronze to Mythic episode Lucky 13. Hopefully lucky, and we are here in Edge of Eternities. We're doing our thing.
Space.
That's right. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, support the content. As always, if you like the show, hit the buttons. It really does help. I know it sounds silly and I say it every time, but please, if you got a half a second, hit the like button, leave a comment on every video if you can. Get those spam bots out of here, right? The YouTube spam bots are ridiculous these days. So, with a perfect draft, not saying I'm foreshadowing anything, but with a perfect draft, we can make diamond. 7 wins. All right, so let's try and do it right now. Let's do this with Warmaker Gunship. That's a really nice little card there.
Blow that piece of junk out of the sky.
We got a rare vehicle. ETBs to deal damage equal to the number of artifacts you control to a creature opponent controls, and it's also just a pretty reasonably stationable spacecraft. 4/3 for only 6. We also have Biomechan Engineer. I do love this card. I think this card is awesome. Really great uncommon for the blue-green decks. A 2/2 make a lander for 2 would already be very good. And the fact that this is also wins the game late in the game is great. Galactic Wayfarer here also. We've got Colin, Umbral Collar Zealot, Focus Fire, Seam Rip. So I think this is a pretty easy gunship. And I probably want to go blue-red artifacts, kind of like the artifacty theme. We're passing a lot of good cards, but they are not blue or red at all. So let's try out the rare, let's try out the gunship and do our thing.
It's a space station.
It's too big to be a space station.
And we get past the Eternity Elevator again.
Still a piece of garbage.
Still mad about this card, being that it's not a spacecraft. It's actually just a building, but whatever. I digress, you know. We got a couple white cards here in dual-sided depths and Focus Fire. Void Forge Titan's a pretty good card, but I think Orbital Plunge makes sense here. Plunge is just a great removal spell. It does make an artifact, which is cool. It's just a good spell, honestly. You know, the 6 damage for 4 is like not the most exciting at sorcery speed, but the lander is a really big deal, which is great. And then yeah, I mean, I don't think that it's probably just better than Void Forge Titan is anyway, and it's the white card. So we're pretty happy to take a red card here to stay in one color and kind of figure out where we're going as we navigate the early portion of his draft. And now we see another good red card. Okay, another pack where there are some pretty good cards. Again, a few good green cards here. The Resolve, the Relations, Warden is fine. We got Specimen Freighter, Big Blue Spaceship, and, you know, Bounce Spell, Radiant Strike. A lot of, like, mid-level cards is back. Nothing is, like, you know, really good, but a lot of, like, you know, good, you know, B- tier cards. But I think that in the realm of B- tier cards, we have another good red card we can take here in the Zookeeper Mechan, which is a really nice little 2-drop. It's an artifact, it's a mana ramp. It's really a great card, honestly. And I don't think any of these other cards are appreciably better than it, and it's just in our colors, so just stay mono red if we can, and try and keep things flexible. You know, it's kind of funny how I feel like I start my drafts often either taking a card from every color or taking all cards of one color. But they're both trying to accomplish the same task. They're both trying to kind of find the right lane. And if we are able to keep ourselves flexible, we can go anywhere our draft takes us. But we also, if we just get a lot of really good cards, we can kind of figure out which ones we're going to play. You know, if we have 5 aces, we only play 3 of them. We still have 3 aces. That's great, you know? So, all right, so here's weapons manufacturing. I don't think we're taking this card. I don't think this card is like realistic. And like, Bruntar is pretty insane. I don't know how many ways there are to sack things. Yeah, I'm just taking the Bruntar. All right, I think Bruntar is pretty awesome. Manufacturing may be a path we try at some point, but I think you want to be solidly black-red at that point. Make sure you have a stack outlets, and black is not seem particularly open. So one day, I think we'll get a shot at that. So here's a Bombard. Bombard is good. Another Relations, a Star. These packs have been pretty good, honestly. They've been a lot of B minuses and stuff, you know? Like Shatter's good, Lightsmith's good, Relations is good, but Bombard is fine. Then we can just stay mono red and kind of like do our thing. We've also cut red really really hard. So in theory, pack 2 should be very good for us. I know BTM take the rare, but I think there's a time and place for some rares, you know? All right, so now we finally come to a pack where there isn't just a red card to take. The one red card in the pack is pretty bad. The rest of the pack is not very good either. I think the whale is pretty overrated. I like the worm. Command bridge is cute if you're doing multi-card stuff, which we're not. So we're just take the worm here. I mean, red-green is like fine. Doesn't jive insanely well with all the cards we already have, but just a fine card. And even if we are blue-red, I don't think we want to even play the whale because we want to play more artifacty stuff. So let's take the worm. We have seen a lot of good green cards pass through so far. Here's another Zookeeper. I mean, we are cutting red so hard. Like, so unbelievably hard. So there's a Siege Ship Brew Tender here. I think this card's fine. I don't think it's like insanely exciting or anything like that. Just fine. You know, confluence of decent abilities. And there was a Zoa, which is fine. But yeah, really, really easy Zookeeper. We're doing a pretty good job here with our artifact count, with our card quality, man, a Bombard. So here's another spot where we have a pretty good green card, but a definitely worse, but not by that much red card in Bombard. There's also a Pinnacle Kill Ship, which is kind of interesting for us. I don't want to take the Bombard. I don't know how open green is. I'm taking the Bombard. I'm going to value the... wow, interesting. I'm going to value the stay open. So out of our opening pack, we see that both Focus Fire and Seam Rip have tabled. And I don't really love the idea of being red-white. Doesn't seem like a very good color pair. White does seem kind of open, though. And there's your... That's also probably the best card in the pack. All right. Sure. So, a couple white cards table. Another white card table. Gee, this pack is, like, not that bad. I'm not a big fan of this card, but I think it's, like, just fine. Warden is also kind of... I'm going to take the Warden. I don't really want to play Emergency Eject. And I think we have... a lot of removal already. And that's the kind of card you take when you, like, need a removal spell. I'm not sure. Warping Whale...
Our mission is simple. Destroy all alien.
All right, so we look at pack number 2 here. And again, a lot of like kind of pretty good cards. We see a red card in our colors. Pained for All. This is a pretty good card. ETBs and bites. And then the creature is what's the card called? Screaming Nemesis for the rest of the game, which is pretty good. It's pretty annoying for some decks to beat. It's quite good. Also, Siege Ship Agrarian, but we're not really even sure what colors we are yet. And Pain for All is just good. So I think that if I was like solidly red-green, I would consider taking the Siege Ship over the Pain for All. Pain for All is pretty good. So there's also a
You're saying it wrong.
which I probably not a possibility. Let's take Pain for All and just kind of you take your red cards and go from there. Now all we need is a Dawn Sire. We got to get the 100 damage combo.
Attention alien spacecraft, do you read?
So we have 2 green cards, 2 white cards, a ton of red cards, and we get past a Rust Harvester. It's a pretty good one, honestly. I think we have enough artifact cards for this card to be pretty exciting. There's also a Thespian Stage, no Dark Depths though. And then the rest of the cards in this pack are all pretty underwhelming. So honestly, I wouldn't mind tabling the Kill Ship. I think with 2 Zookeepers, Kill Ship's pretty exciting in our deck. But yeah, pretty easy Rust Harvester. Take the rare and do the thing.
I'm a machine, designed to accomplish a task.
There's Bombard number 3. I think 3rd Bombard is getting past the number of Bombards we would really be excited to play. There's also a Rayblade Trooper and a Dock Worker Drone. Trooper's pretty cool. Put counters on the Harvester. I don't really want to be red-white, but the drone's pretty good too, but I don't think I want a 3rd Bombard. We have a lot of spells right now. We only have 7 creatures. All right, let's make our step here. Let me get past Station Monitor, Radiant Strike, and a bunch of crap. So Radiant Strike does make... I mean, Station Monitor does make artifacts. The problem is splashing this color is almost impossible. Oh, is there a like the card draw relic in that pack? And I just like, completely glossed over it. That might have been a possible pick. Relic is absurd. I just didn't see it because I'm dumb.
Could have picked a
Sorry,
better spot.
my bad. Strike. This pack's really bad. I guess strike. Take Radiant Strike. And we see a molecular modifier's fine. It's definitely the definition of fine. Breacher's not great. These packs have thinned out. There aren't many exciting cards in this pack. I guess the Voidborn's okay and the Beamspaw's okay. The rest of these cards are pretty mopey. Modifier's like fine. It certainly can push through, but not the most exciting. And I'm amazed this card is rated so low. I thought this card was fine. Like, I'm still under the impression this card is fine. I need to be swayed, I think. But if you're just looking for a, dude, this is just a reasonable dude. It's an artifact, a little bit of synergy, a little bit of warp action. We do have a Memorial Vault. Second artifact, exile top X. That's kind of a cool card. Let's try the Vault. Let's try the Vault. So, sacrifice an artifact, and you get to draw a bunch of cards. You can sacrifice a Zookeeper, or I don't know. Maybe we don't play this card, but whatever. Seam Rip, Scout for Survivors, which is not the most exciting. Our curve's pretty bad too, honestly. I don't think we're gonna Seam Rip in our deck. So white cards have not been super. I'm actually amazed. We cut red so hard, and there just aren't any red cards this back. Like, what is going on? Like, how could someone possibly be red? All right, another Radiant Strike. We are definitely, a little bit of a bigger deck. We have a lot of removal spells now, so I don't love the path we're taking here. I'm gonna take the Breacher and Wormwall Sweeper. I don't want to play that card either. I don't think we're playing these cards. Weftblade Enhancer's fine. I'm in for a Weftblade Enhancer. We're clearly, with all these removal spells, we are definitely on the top end of things. We need we need twos too. Yeah, this is a weird pile we've navigated ourselves into here. A lot of removal spells. Sort of like Boros mid-range. We really need some more twos, that's for sure. We have a lot of removal spells. Our artifact count is currently only 6, not counting like lander tokens and stuff. Which is not great, honestly. So, pack 3, what do we see? We see another Bombard. And basically nothing. I mean, Auxiliary Boosters is fine. I'm a fan of this card. It's 2 artifacts, just cool. Just like a fine card. And the rest of this pack is pretty bad for us.
Still a piece of garbage.
A couple good black cards, but yeah, I guess boosters it is. It's our first 5 drops, so it's not the worst in that regard. It's funny how I really didn't want to be red-white, but here we are. Yeah, 1 Dawnsire, please. Let's check off that at least. So, all right. Reblade Trooper, Bombard. I mean, the Turbo Drone, Modifier. Yeah, Breacher's pretty bad in this deck. Double Radiant Strike. Ugh. Pinnacle Emissary. Station Monitor. Man, if only there was better fixing in this set, There's a Dock Worker Drone, which I think we should take the Dock Worker Drone. Yeah, I mean, obviously, we'd be a lot happier right now. We do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 7 white cards already, meaning we only have 12 playable red cards. I think it's too late to pivot. 12 cards. We would need like 11 or 12 playables this pack. I guess you could play Sweeper. Maybe we just try it. Our white cards aren't even that good. Let's freaking do it. Let's go.
Oh, it's Mythic Helix! Oh my god!
Oh, Dragon. Ooh, and a Mechan too. This pack's great. And a Relic. Wow. All right. All of our white cards are just so mediocre that maybe we just go. I mean, we're taking the Hellkite here. Maybe we get really lucky and table the Zookeeper, but this is a hell of a pack. If we table Zookeeper, Killship, Relic, that's not going to happen, but all right, take the Hellkite. And another Zookeeper. I mean, this card's great, so Zookeeper's for days. I'm in. Ship the Zookeeper. Wrong big spacecraft. And now we're out again. Ugh. All Fates Scroll. Pretty bad. Man. From hero to zero here. Lost in Space is playable. I'm not very excited about it. Everything else is pretty terrible though. Yeah, sure, I guess. And Cut Propulsion's good. Another kill ship. I want a kill ship, but I'm not willing to take it this early. 3, 6, 7, 8. I wouldn't see this one again. We just have so many removal spells. You know, like... Alright, I'm still going to take it. If we cut white, we have less removal. So here we have a Debris Field Crusher, Red Tiger, or a Turbo Drone. I think we'll take the vehicle. We are just 2 other like artifacty mediocre cards. Let's try the spaceship. I haven't played this one yet. There aren't many blue cards, so that's for sure. We can take the Landseeker, which is okay. Oh man. Oh, what a draft. All right. I don't know if our blue pivot's working out here. Jammer's pretty sketch. There's a dragon. I mean, dragon plays, honestly, in this deck. It's another warden, too. We were looking for a pinnacle kill ship. That's like the budget pinnacle kill ship. Alright, I mean, I don't think we're playing blue, so it's a late red-green guy. Yeah, pretty weird draft. I think we're just like red splashing white. Yeah. All right. Didn't get any kill ships back either. So pretty weird draft. We cut red insanely hard. We didn't get any red in the way back, which is like a big, you know, just unbelievable. Honestly, red's one of the weaker colors too, and we ended up with this really weird deck that is sort of like red-white control. We have a lot of removal spells. I don't think Focus Fire is very good in our deck. Systems is also not great. I mean, we're just like probably just splashing white for a couple cards. Yeah, some mana curve, I know, right? Sucks this Pinnacle Emissary is pretty gas. There's no way. Can we play blue? If we were just like to play blue-red? This is 19 cards, 21 cards, 22 cards, 23 cards. Sorry, 22 cards. I mean, not quite. This is where not having common dual lands really hurts you. Because you could have, like, you know, mishmash this into, like, a multicolor pile. Our artifact count is 11. Emissary is pretty good in this deck. And we could just play Modulation if we were, like, desperate for a playable. Again, there isn't really any fixing as far as, like, trying to make, you know, we could splash, like, a few blue cards and a few white cards. This card's pretty important to have early, too. Damn, man. This is tough. I mean, we have some, like, good top-end cards. Like, our top end's pretty good. I think we just play the white. Like, I think that just, you know, what's white offer us? A couple of removal spells, you know, just keep us alive. We'll just play our big dumb boom booms. You know, they aren't the best boom booms ever, but they're pretty good boom booms. Focus Fire, again, is not great. The thing is, the white is just removal spells. And, like, we do have top end. We've got, you know, big dragons and Bruntar and so on and so forth. I don't know how good this Memorial Vault is, but exile top X cards your library where X is 1 plus the... I don't think that's very good in our deck, actually, because we actually have a lot of expensive cards. It's going to be hard to use. This is a really weird card where you almost don't want X to be a high number, because, like, you can't play all the cards anyway. And I'm not even sure what we're sacrificing. I don't think we're not going to play that card. All right, so I guess the question is Pinnacle Emissary worth it just to warp? Probably not also. How are we getting artifacts in the graveyard? I don't really know. And Focus Fire is probably just doable. Systems is also okay. Our artifact count is not particularly high. We only have like 9 artifacts, just not super exciting. Zealot. I think we're like playing one of these 3 1-mana white removal options that are all pretty underwhelming. Our curve's kind of high, so Focus Fire is not going to be that great. Systems is pretty cool, but, you know, 2 damage is not a ton. Then Seam Rip's also pretty narrow. We are a little light in the early game, so Seam Rip hitting a 2-drop might be kind of cool. Landseeker, Plunge. Turbo Drone. Yeah, it's not pretty. It's definitely not a pretty deck. All right, we'll just add with these freaking cards. Focus Fire. Our creature count is only 13. Yeah, we'll just play both systems. All right. Not my finest work, but we will see what we can do here. We're going to go 9-7 on the lands. And that's the deck, folks. So kind of a little bit ugly red-white sort of control deck. Really weird draft. Again, like, we cut red so hard that I thought Pack 2 was going to be amazing for us. And Pack 2 was rather vacant. So, you Twitch folks, place your bets. YouTube folks, take a second, pause the video, scroll the comments. Like in the video along the way. Are you a believer or a non-believer? 7 wins, yay or nay. And then, of course, support the content. And like, comment, subscribe. Let's freaking do this. Got a bunch of non-believers in chat.
I don't believe in the no-win scenario.
Chat, coming out at me. Hand, bad. We're gonna mulligan this. They see me playing, they hating. Alright, this hand's pretty bad too, but listen, our deck's not great. Alright, our deck is definitely not the most exciting, but not every draft's gonna be a winner. And I think how good you are as a Magic player is determined a lot by drafts like this. Will you go belly up, go 0-3 and do your next draft? Or will you scrap? Will you fight? Will you get into the arena and scrap it out the best you can and try and get that winning record, you know?
I don't believe in the no-win scenario.
That was the wrong button. And I said, will you scrap and will you get in and will you try and grind out that 500 or better record? All right, so we're gonna Landseeker here. Make a Lander Siga.
I see land.
Our goal is to never do worse than 3-3. That's our goal. To always try and go 500. This is fine. This is gonna grow. We're gonna bombard it, so it's fine. I think we draw a land. We can. Should we get Pain for All it? That's gas actually. Pain for All is great here because if they're red green, it's gonna be really hard for them to deal with Pain for All profitably. So, sick. Let's go Pain for All. And deal 4 to this. We're gonna crack this Lander. And look at this, we're already rolling here. Even on the mulligan, our hand looks pretty good. We got the boosters, the gunship, we have double removal spell, and a flyer in hand. You have build your own Screaming Nemesis, so now it's only each opponent. It's not creatures too, but and here's a Turbo Drone alongside a Terra Symbiosis. Opponent's doing it. Add a counter, draw a card. Add a counter, draw a card. So we need to kill them fast. Which I think shouldn't be that difficult, actually. We also just kill this thing. So we draw Cut Propulsion. I think we kind of have to kill this. Just because it will allow them to start drawing cards pretty quickly. We have 5 in play. We can bombard, leaving up Cut Propulsion, or just attack. Alright, let's kill this. I'm going to leave up Cut Propulsion and skip point of damage here. I think that casting it is pretty sweet. I want to have a clear board and cast build boosters. This card could actually kill big green monsters too. Oh my god. Oh.
Don't do this. Please, don't do this.
We found the target, folks.
Don't do it. Man, don't do it.
And they pass priority.
Think of your fans.
Cut it.
Everybody.
Cut Propulsion.
game.
I'm telling you, folks, you just gotta believe, all right? You just gotta believe in the dream. You gotta find something deep within yourself and say, all right, you know what? My deck sucks, but I don't care.
I'm the machine!
All right? Let's go. You know who else is great? Elgato. I don't know what the segue is there, but Elgato's freaking awesome. They run my entire content. I'm an Elgato partner and damn proud of it. All my soundboard effects are on my stream decks. I got the face cam, the microphone, the key light. I got everything, folks. And super easy to use, super high quality. I actually got to have breakfast with my Elgato rep last week in LA, which was super great. Michael was like crazy. What's up, Michael, if you're watching? And yeah, Elgato's awesome. Check him out. Use the link in the chat or description. And of course, use promo code ZZ-Gym5, 5% off your order. Elgato, power up. All right, hand is not great, but you know what? We believe. We're just a scrappy, crappy believer, right, Karn? Got a couple kill spells. Got some big boom booms. You know. How's the LA food? A lot of interesting Asian foods that are a little fancy for my palate. But I think if you missed it, I was in LA for a week. I was doing consulting work on Riftbound, Riot's new card game. Second time there to work on the game. Really awesome. The game's great, honestly. It really is a very good game. And I'm very excited to be working with them on it. And, you know, popping in here or there to offer some feedback. And it's been really, really cool. We draw a creature, which is nice. F's in chat for Runeterra. Listen, Riftbound's a good game. It is it's some cool stuff. So, we draw a couple land. We got a gunship here. Doesn't do anything. We've got a modifier, which is okay. They've got a ore plate Pagnolin, which can be good. We can kill it.
My robot is programmed never to harm humans, you see?
Land 3.
You're saying it wrong.
So we're just gonna kill this. It's fine. We draw a... So we can actually attack and then Pain for All if we want to. Or we can just bombard it. We draw a Rush Harvester, which is pretty good too. That's another artifact for our gunship. Pain for All on the 2/2 isn't the most exciting, but I kind of want to use it while they're tapped out. So this is a pretty high risk, high reward kind of card, where if your opponent's got mana untapped and you cast this and they kill the thing in response, it is an absolute blowout. But it is quite powerful. So right now we have a spot where we can just kind of use it effectively and get it in with no risk. I think we're just going to do that. So attack for 3. Pain for All. We're going to kill here. And play a Rushed Harvester. Giving us another artifact here for our gunship.
Battle cruiser operational.
And we got 5 cards. I'm going to mulligan this game. Harvester is quite good if it gets going. It needs to be actually an artifact in the graveyard too. So it does ask a lot of you. It's not just Grim Lavamancer. But...
Pointless nostalgia.
What do we got here? What do we got here? Okay. Well, that is a gunship of their own. They're going to kill my guy. They take 2 off Pain for All. It's not to creatures, only to players. Rogue Killer resub. Thanks so much. They attack for 3. That's fine. We draw a Zookeeper. So we're just going to kill this, I think. I think for mana efficiency, we're going to cast Radiant Strike. Even if this can kill anything, it is only tap things. Could just bombard it also. We can't do 2 things at once, though. And if I draw land, I can go Zookeeper and bombard next turn. It's great, which I guess. So, also stop them from crewing. So, get that out of here and gain some life.
Get off my plane.
Most Radiant of Strike. Time Face, resub. Thanks so much. Oh, this card's really, really good. Possibility Technician. This card's kind of absurd. Whenever this or another Kavu enters exile top card, you can play it as long as you have a Kavu, and they can warp it, so they get multiple cards off of it. This card's kind of wild. Alright, so they are crewing up on their gunship, and they're going to get another card of this thing next turn. We draw Weft Blade Enhancer, which is sweet for growing this thing. We still don't have any artifacts, though. All right, we're just gonna gunship down the Harrier. Which kind of sucks, honestly, because we are they're about to have their ship online, and this thing is destroying them a bunch of cards. Just not an ideal scenario for us, but again, this card's pretty ridiculous. Just like a 3-for-1, and then there are other Kabus in the set. You know, like this is a Kabu, a common's a Kabu. There are just kind of Kabus everywhere, so it's not hard for this thing to draw a bunch of cards. So fire up a spaceship.
What have we got on the spacecraft that's good?
And they got it land against another Harrier. Man, they must have been sitting next to me, right? Like they just took all the red cards. We draw Debris Field Crusher, which is also, we're stuck on 4 lands here, which is pretty bad for us. You probably need to just block the Harrier with the Harvester, given the option, and bombard this gunship. Yeah, I think that's where we're at. So this sucks, but we draw a land for Crusher. It's not bad. We just gotta say go here. Yeah. All right. Don't love this. Hopefully they just have some lands and not too much else. Okay. It's pretty bad for us. This game was going good. They make their 2/2. We get this thing out of here. So we take 7. That's half our life. We can untap and draw. I mean, a land wouldn't be bad. How about a 5-drop? How about a 5-drop? All right, well, I guess we're dead. Play Zookeeper, stay go. Yeah. Land 5-drop, same thing, you know? And they've got, man, they're also got 10 million bombards. All right, well, that's lethal. We're dead. All right, kind of a tough game. You know, we definitely drew a chunkier part of our deck and only 4 lands. It happens, though. No worries. No big deal. Oh, we just missed ranking up, too. All right, this hand is nice. Nice, folks.
Snap keep.
Very nice. Keep. Rares and removal spells. What more could you want? They play a Monoist Sentry. That's totally fine. A little Defender robot.
A robot from outer space.
We have Mechan. We actually have the Hellkite to kill it, too. This is pretty insane. All right, so land, no attacks, play Zookeeper. If they kill it, whatever, it's fine. And I guess they'll probably just warp the Hellkite in and kill this 4/1. We'll see what we draw. But right. They have a dubious delicacy, and they're going to kill the Harvester. So they kill this. I'll kill their thing, sure. We draw Reroute Systems. So I think we're just going to warp in the dragon here and kill the... Oh, it's got Menace. It's got Menace.
Whoops. Whoopsie.
Didn't read the card. My bad. Missed point damage. We'll see if that matters later. And yeah, we're just going to Hellkite attack here, I think. Warp it in. Every time Hellkite kills something, you feel like you are $1,000,000. You know, it just like... Whew. Our hand is nice. That's kind of what this deck is. Just like some big idiots and some removal spells. They say go with 4 mana up. Folks, I want chat. Now listen, class. I want you to tell them what card they have. All right. What card do you think they have in this hand of cards right here? You talk to me. You tell me what's up. Grav kills on the list. I agree. Also, the white destroy a tap thing, gain life. I think Grav kill and Radiant Strike. Whenever you're trying to put your opponent on cards, right? You're Wandering Emperor. You're putting them on a range of possible options. All right. You can never say they have Grav kill 100% of the time here. They definitely have it for sure, except in extremely weird scenarios where literally nothing else makes sense, right? However, put them on a range of cards, right? I think Grab Kill, Radiant Strike is possible. That's a decent, that's like, 80% of the range, I think. Could they have a sweeper and they're trying to draw us into more things? That's like, not likely, but possible. And you kind of spread out this range, you make your percentages and go from there. So we are definitely not casting Nova Hellkite here. That much is for sure. We actually have Protection Spell too, which is nice. I think we're just gonna cast Red Tiger, make a Mythic Kill spell on this. We could even like play it and like reroute systems and defend it. But that requires us to like tap weirdly and looks really obvious, and like this can save better things. So let's just jam here. Just play this thing and say go. This is also how poker players view like figuring out poker hands. You can never know if the person across from you has got ace-9 suited, but you can put them on a range of possible outcomes. Okay, and they had nothing, and nothing is always in the range too. It's a very low part of the range, I think, but it is nothing. It's always a part of the equation. Just like in poker, it's like they could just be bluffing. They could just have stone nothing. But all right, well, they actually had nothing, which is great for us. They sack their food. They play Hylia, Gaia by Light, and they say go, which is a phenomenal outcome for us. So now we're just cruising, I think. I think I want to just kill this and just keep attacking. Yeah, that's fine. Hold off on the dragon. I still think that they might have a better... Yeah, they could have a better removal spell. They wanted to hold it for the dragon, which is very reasonable. And that's fine for us. So your goal is to try and kind of like figure out what they have and then make life as difficult as possible. All right, so yeah, once again, once they say go again with 5 mana up, again, now I really think this is some sort of big removal spell. So all we need to do is not expose our dragon to this. Now, we have reroute systems. The problem is that this can't defend against Grab Kill, which is one of the higher part of their ranges. One of the higher parts of their range. So... Casting Bruntar is not great either, though. Yeah, you know what? I think we're just going to cast the dragon. If it's Grab Kill, so be it. At least our Bruntar is safe. And if it's anything else, we blow them out with the reroute systems. We could just attack and we could just attack and say go. Playing land was dumb if we're not going to play with the dragon because like they have fire speed that would suck, but we could just wait. Alright, let's jam. Just gonna jam, leave out reroute systems and cut propulsion. Just gonna take it. And now if they play a creature, we can just kill it. We have a defense also. And if they happen to have like, the 10% of a sweeper, we're playing around that too. But all right, cool. So maybe they had nothing. Maybe they had Grab Kill and they just, didn't want to, I don't know, honestly. But that's cool. That's a dub. And a really important lesson in ranges. Yeah, sure. Sounds great. Okay. Yep, Orlando's coming up too. Practicing VV over and over again. Yeah, I mean, we got Spotlight Series Orlando coming up. It's going to be fun. I wish they would take some action on the standard format, but doubtful to do so by then. How'd the administrative work and dinner go? Good. So I hired a new assistant last night. I think that they're going to be doing a great job, which is awesome. And I had 2 really good final candidates. And I think I've got something in mind for the other one I didn't hire too, which is exciting. I'll leave it at that. But Switch reset, thanks so much. Had a discussion with a friend of mine. I think people instead of describe Maze Mind Tome way more than they should. Yeah, I think that Maze Mind Tome is one of the more misplayed cards in Magic the Gathering overall. People scry way too much with that card. Way too much. Make them fight each other. No, it's good. They had nothing. They just lost. Cryogen Relic. Cryogen Relic, great. Wormhole Sweeper, not so good.
Still a piece of garbage.
This card's busted, though. All right, so we're just going to jam here. We could cast Bruntar. Honestly, Bruntar's pretty good here. No, hold on. I'm sorry. So normally, you would want to slam your 6/6 against blue-red in a spot like this, where they're tapped out of counter spells, and typically blue and red have struggled with a large creature. But the common removal spell in the set deals 6, so we are not going to do that. We are just going to play our Tiger and just attack.
I'm a machine, designed to accomplish a task.
Coming in. Your turn. End step, Gale Blade. Sure. What do you got there, friend? Zorg. This is our match for Platinum 1. Like a dub here if we can get it. Our hand's pretty good. I mean, we've got Bruntar, and then we have Bruntar and a land drop, too. I guess it doesn't actually matter because you can't play the spell, too, but... Will VV or Cauldron be banned, if at all? I think that I would be extremely surprised if VV is a legal Magic card in Standard 6 months from now. I think it's definitely VV, not Cauldron. I don't think it's close. I would also like to ban a card from Dimir. I think if those two things happen, I think Standards would be a phenomenal format. But right now, it's a little ugly. Hit Profs? That's crazy, I think. I think that's absurd. I think it's Curiosity, but... Alright, so they're going to stun my Tiger after playing their crew drop. This is basically like 101 kind of stuff, folks. If you're ever going to draw a card on your turn, do that as the first thing. So the card you draw might inform your place. Like, what if I drew a better 2-drop, you know? Alright, so you draw a land. I guess we're just casting the Bruntar. We could have the 1-drop. So it's attack for 1, or have a chance to hit our Rust Harvester. It's a 1 out of 26. It's 29. So 1 damage is probably more worthwhile than that. So it's attack for 1. We're shoving here a little bit. They have an answer, which has suck. But if they don't answer this, the game is just over. Even if they do, we have Pain for All on the Red Tiger. We still some good stuff. And this guy's also a mana sink, which is great, you know? And there's the plunge. Alright, yeah, that's...
Good old rock. Nothing beats that.
That's the card I was worried about, you know, so they had it. That's not ideal. And now we have... Oh my god. Alright, that's a heinous turn for us. So they kill our only 2 threats. That being said, we can just pump the Zookeepers. That's tough, though. That's a tough turn. Also removed our large powered creatures, so... We draw Orbital Plunge of our own. We can just attack for 4 here. I don't hate that. We just, like, attack for 4. And then we get Pain for All going. Yeah, I like that a lot, actually. So, we're just going to target you control against +4/+0, only as a sorcery. So, we'll target this. Oh, it's 5. I'm sorry. Can't even do math. This is a pretty... 5 is a lot. You know, just a free Lava Axe. Now they're at 6. I have Pain for All, plunged. I'm at 20 life, and they have not a lot of power in play. Do I have Homer or Marge sound bites? No. Of course I do. Alright.
That's it. I'm going to clown college.
Alright, so... They play a Field Crusher. They kill one of my guys. Sure. We do have Plunge plus Pain for All. That's true. We can kill our own creature to kill them. That's what we're going to do, yeah. All right, cool. Well, they tapped out. We would never do it if they weren't tapped out, but they are tapped out. So... Oh! Pain for all, pain for you.
Game. Blouses. That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
We're moving on now.
Let's scroll. The line for this set is 24.5, I believe. I'm just hired a new assistant, so the scoreboard is not updated from Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy we did in like 18 drafts. So the line goes down by 1. Therefore, the line is 24.5 for this set. We're on not a great pace, but an okay pace. Sure, I'm used to seeing Riftbound from Intertron. I mean, it's interesting that, like, you know, I have knowledge of what I think of the game and what cards I think are good and what cards internally they think are good. And I've watched some Riftbound content of like a set review, and there are some spots where I go, I don't know if that's right, you know, but, all right, so we play a land, we say go. We can reroute and just kill this guy, which is pretty sweet. Nicole's making pancakes. Well, I'm not having those for a long time, so. I also miss Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy is a great set. Here's a Dockworker drone. Here's a land. And we are gonna reroute systems here. We can't kill it before it attacks. It is deal 2 to a tapped creature. So let them resolve their surveil. Be easy to just like do some response. We don't want them to know that we're killing this. So we're gonna try and kill this thing. I like this card. This card's good, you know. Protection spell that is also a buyout to just like kill a thing is pretty nice. All right, so we draw land. It's a little tempting just to kill this before they can play another creature. So they don't get the token value, but I think ramping into the build boosters is even better. So, was Final Fantasy a better UB set than Lord of the Rings? I agree with the question of what's the metric. I think from a gameplay perspective, yes. From a flavor perspective, I can't even speak to it because like I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan and I don't know shit about Final Fantasy. So, like, you know, I don't know, you know, but as far as gameplay goes, yes, I enjoyed the Final Fantasy draft format more than the Lord of the Rings draft format. All right, so they play a 2-2 and say go. We're pretty stoked to just play this this boosters here and just kind of get boosted up, if you will.
We have technology.
Here's a Weft Blade Enhancer. So they're gonna warp in, which is pretty good for us because we can just deal with these. Do they have what do they have here? And they're coming in. Wow. So they're attacking, but only with the dock worker drone. What? What is this all about? Because if they had focus fire, they would attack with both. Why would they attack with only the drone and not the pilot? The only thing that I can think of is that they want to just like modular over. Doesn't really make sense though. Like why would they just want to like sack a creature and add some counters? That seems very peculiar, like a very weird thing to want to do. I'm very inclined just to block here. If they had the +1 and +0 first strike blade, why not attack with both? It doesn't make sense. Like, why is it only the dock worker drone? This is your job as a limited player. You just got to go through all the permutations and figure out why are they doing this strange thing that they're doing. And I can't think of why, and I'm just going to call. It's also just a 2-2 robot, so it was just a modular. Okay. I don't think that was very good for them, but sure. It does get around my Bombard, I guess, but like, whatever. All right, so attack for 3. And we have the Bruntar, which must be answered, or the game ends.
Big landfall.
All right. They got, they're going to cast the Weft Blade. All right, sick. So they get to size up here, but this is another absolute shitstorm blowout for them, because we're going to just destroy them in Pain for All. So this is great.
No, don't do this. Enough is enough.
I think we've really hit our spots in this draft, you know? All right, let's play a land and see what we get. We hit a modifier. That's actually pretty good for us. So here's a modifier. It's a Pain for All. And we're going to kill this 6/6.
Get off my plane.
Give the, whatever, give this guy. I guess I should give the flyer first. Like, first strike so they can't chump block, but sure. We are in. We are in. Let's rock and roll. And now, if they have a damage-based way to deal with the Bruntar, they are just dead. Alright, well, I mean, I think that we are, I think we're in here, folks. What do we say in chat, folks? What do we say? What do they got? They got something here. And we're going to find out. There's no way we're not trying to find out here. So they're at 7 life. Bonus sheet, Settle the Wreckage. They have a Focus Fire, which will deal damage to their guy. Big Boros. Oh my god, this hand's bad. I can't really keep this hand. We just have a 5. I mean, this is a 3 kind of, but a 3, a 5, a 4. A 3 doesn't do anything, and a 3. Big Boros. Damn. Keeper mulligan. What do you think, folks? We're on the draw. We have a removal spell and a warped Hellkite. We are 42% to draw land. We do have 3 mana dorks also. So we are drawing to 42% land and then 9% zookeepers. So we are over a coin flip to hit for our first 3 draw steps. And we have 3 draws to find it. You know, you're like 12% to lose 12% to lose 3 flips in a row. I'm gonna keep. Understanding that 10% of the time we're just gonna like never play a land and lose, but I think this is fine. Karn disagrees. Karn is out. Karn is just like, woo, no way. Alright, that's not a land. And they play. Oh, that's a good card to play when I'm on a sketchy one. Alright, yeah. They can have 2 lander tokens. I mean, yeah, they just have to have the lander tokens. That's fine. We draw the land. So there you go. We can dragon this too, actually. So I think we're in good shape. They play Tannic. Tannic's really good. So we're gonna kill Tannic first, so they can't draw cards off of it. Just kill Tannic and set up to kill this thing next turn. Reema the Beast, 10 gifted subs.
Oh, it's Lazy Helix! Oh my god!
10 gifted subs.
Here comes the money!
What's up, subs? You're all pile drivers now. Like it or not, you're forced onto the team. If you're a new sub, join my Discord, folks. You great. Best way to support me: $5 a month here on Twitch. Is it 6 now? Maybe it's 6. Or YouTube membership on my main channel. Access to my Discord. Access to all the great events. Fantasy football's coming up. Fantasy hockey's coming up. We do Survivor football. Poker night once a month. Draft night once a month. It's a good time. All right, so. All right, well, we missed on land. We get to Hellkite, which is great. We get to kill this thing. Again, whenever Hellkite kills anything, you are really happy about it. That being said, we do need to draw another land at some point. We've got 2 4-mana removal spells that kill anything, basically. We got Nebula Dragon, too. Reema the Beast says, hey, Jim, at work myself, but wanted to return the love back to you. Thanks, Reema. It plays Skyward. We draw land. All right, so we're just gonna kill this, right? Kill this right now and get our lander token so we can try and make some moves. This game's going great to it. I mean, honestly, this is like just, you know, our deck has a lot of removal in it. It's pretty ugly, but... Any mods help Lucas? Poker night. Yeah, we do poker night once a month. It's a lot of fun. We just play in a browser. It's free to play. And we have prizes from my sponsor, CoolStuffInc.com. Love poker night. Here's Wefstalker Ardent. Sure. I want to see poker night. This is what poker night looks like. They just Hellkite of their own? Jeez. Here's what poker night looks like. It's a lot of fun. Just play some poker, have a drink, and just gaming with the fam, you know? Alright, we draw a land. They have their own dragon, which we can kill with the Radiant Strike. Gunship currently does 2. We just play the Crusher, right? Just Crusher, kill this, let them play Hellkite, we'll just strike it. Pretty good. Kill this and say go. Again, I kind of want them to play Dragon here. Cool. So we take 4. Gain 3 back. Sick. And now we can land her too. This game has gone surprisingly well for us. I'm going to kill this now while they're tapped out so they can't have like that protection spell. And we're just going to stack our lander. We have 2 more dragons to cast. This card's not great in our deck, but this is honestly a pretty interesting indictment of like a way to draft this format. Just a bajillion removal spells. You know, we're playing some shitters, but like we're just playing a bunch of removal and some big stuff, and that's it. Rafaeli, Prime sub. Poker Night's all in my Discord. All my events are in my Discord, folks. Double lander token.
And prepare the lander.
And they have double blue out of nowhere. All right. Well, we are going to Simply cast our Hellkite. Cast our modifier. Going to... This is not the most exciting spacecraft to station, so...
In case of a water landing, you may be used as a flotation device.
Alright, well, they got all their blue and a bunch of mana. Don't cast Singularity. Does anyone know what I just said? Who can tell me what I just said? Why did I say that? What does that mean? 3 cards and end. They have a Nebula Dragon of their own. Okay. Not Singularity Rupture. Alright, so... we can... Harvester Gunship. Huh. This is 8. Not ideal. Like, we can deal 3 to something. That's not enough. We attack, but trading damage here is not great. I might just, like, cast the dragon, honestly. Like, just nug him. Attack, nug him, and then next turn set up for this stuff. Let's do it. No one got my reference. Singularity is a card in Riftbound. It is a blue card. It costs 6 mana and then 2 pipped blue to deal 6 damage to 2 creatures. It's like completely busted. So there you go. Little Riftbound for you. Play a land. They're at 6. If I draw any artifact, I also have the I'm an artifact in the graveyard, I guess, but I didn't crew miss. I'm an idiot. I should have crewed.
Whoops, whoopsie.
I guess threatening to block is not the worst because I could die to some random shit, but oh, I wish I had crewed. I wish I'd crewed.
I'm stupid. You're smart.
What? Okay. They just drew 7 cards. My first card every turn costs 0 mana. Great. Can I... 8. Oh, man. Not crewing this is going to cost us the game. That's gross. Oh, man. I just was talking about stuff. We attack. We just need to get an artifact into the graveyard. Realistically, I mean, they just drew 7 cards. You know, like, we'll probably have no chance to win as of next turn, but... God damn it. No artifacts in the graveyard. Oh, it has Menace, I guess. We can just attack with them to 1. Alright, whatever. You might just chump block, right? Like, yeah. They're gonna chump block and just beat us with the 19 cards in their hand. It's pretty shitty. Alright. This will probably go okay for us. I guess if I had crewed, I would just, like, have attack to force fire breathing. They would have just chump blocked that. And I would have 3 things in play and them at 6. Or at 5, because I could have attacked. This card's kind of sweet. Just 6 mana, draw 7. And then the first spell is free. They play a 4/5 with reach. Is that a second Nova Hellkite? Or no, they shuffled back in. Sure. All right. They warp in a Hellkite. So I think we would have lost the game anyway, even if I did crew. Unfortunately, 6 mana, draw 7. Really good against a lot of removal spells. That is certainly the way to do it.
Pop quiz, hot shot.
Gain a little life. Yeah. Yeah, pretty hard to beat draw 7. This card's sweet. This is not bad. Bronze Mythic is in the way of the... Okay. Is that better? Alright. That's not... That was me just replaying it, so I put it in the right spot. We draw land. Alright, so... King resub, thanks so much. Yeah, we're really dead. I mean, they have Hellkite. Gunship doesn't kill anything. Damn. That sucks. Yeah, I mean, I think this is kind of just like, you know, we played 7 kill spells. They drew 7 free extra cards. We can never win the game kind of thing. Says resub, thanks so much. Cut propulsion. Wait, what? Oh, flying is twice the damage, right? All right, we're just dead. All right, I mean, that's fine. You know, like, matchup-wise, draw 7 is really, really good against us. No worries. All right. Oh no, on the play. All right, we're gonna mulligan this. You can't keep it 2 under with the play. So, a lot of mulligans this draft. Honestly, it's kind of shitty. We're gonna keep this. We're just gonna dump this shitter creature. And hope we draw another artifact, I guess. Not ideal. We draw a Bombard. Bombard. Alright, so we draw a Crusher. Not the best. I mean, it's kind of shitty because like they play a creature, we kind of want to kill it, but I also want to cast Crusher on it too. Well, can't Crusher that one, so I'm just gonna kill this, I think. I want to spend the mana. Draw land. Maybe we do. I'm gonna play this thing, I guess. So I guess we just attack and say go. We have a pretty nice setup here, honestly. You've got removal spell, big idiot. So molecular modifier, great target, great target.
Battle cruiser operational.
Is there a world we just cast the Bruntar here? So again, we're scared once again of the 4-mana deal 6, but they missed the land drops. They have to draw. They have to draw land and actually have it in their hand. I'm going for it. Don't draw land and play Orbital Plunge. Don't draw land and play Orbital Plunge. Don't draw land and play Orbital Plunge. They drew land. Oh, they didn't play Orbital Plunge though. Woo! Woo! Okay. Tractor Beam would have been really good. Yeah, that's a good target for Tractor Beam. All right, and now we're in great shape. Now we're stoked to draw land or a spell every turn. We're just gonna kill. Maybe we actually use the gun. No, we're gonna use this thing. Let's just kill this thing. Play Crusher. We're piling up artifacts now too for our gunship, making it even better. And then of course land or spells are good too here. So manually tap 3 blue. Cast Gush.
Pointless nostalgia.
They're going to code crack around. Sure. The fact that they are warping this is kind of ridiculous, actually, because they are facing down a lot of damage. All right. We draw land. Get that Bruntar train going.
I want to know exactly when and where they're going to make landfall.
And they, we draw. All right, so immersion attack. Huh. Divert Disaster to get a lander? Sure. Pay 2. You can have your lander token.
You're on a rock, floating in space. Pretty cool, huh?
There you go. Bar Soap says, "Hey Jim, we just played. Love the channel. Got a kick out of seeing your name in the game. Awesome, my friend. Good game." Alright, here's a Zoa. It's gonna say we need 1 more artifact. Cool. I mean, this is great. That's 2 more artifacts. We're doing it!
I may be synthetic, but I'm not stupid.
And, this is... Activating this Crusher is, like, really secondary. You know, it's really not that important. Alright. And take 5. Bow. They're at 6, and my board is huge. Zoa number 2, sure. I mean, they're just dead, right? We have 5 artifacts. We have 5 artifacts!
Get off my plane.
Boom! Boom! Boom!
After it was all over, he took us in the house to serve his pancake.
Where are we at? We are, we got a notch. We're doing good. All right. We are overperforming, all right? Deck is playing a lot better than it's looked. We've also mulliganed every game. So maybe we're onto something here. We're going to mulligan. We're going to keep. We're going to dump. Honestly, I think it's just Rust Harvester. We like, it's really hard to get to get an artifact in the graveyard in this deck. And it is the lowest impact card by a pretty wide margin. And I think on the mulligan, we just really want to cast all our spells and have like impactful things on every step of the curve. Like typically when you're mulliganing, you're looking to remove the card that is weakest on rate and most conditional. And I think in this case, this is Rust Harvester. Yeah. That's a good heuristic. I think Bushes is good. Like, the thing is that when you're on the mulligan, you need your cards to do more. You want your cards to do more, you know, more than the average card, right? You can't afford things to be finicky. So this is a big card. It does a lot, you know. Having a random 1/1 that might do something later is not really worth it. So thankfully their draw is really slow, and hopefully we can punish them. We're on the play. You know, we'd love to draw a card that was cheaper and play a cheaper card, but thankfully they opponent cooperated with us and didn't get us in a bad spot. Now we're in amazing shape, right? Removal spells and big idiots is seemingly not a bad strategy. I'm gonna kill my guy, sure. Like to draw cards that cost 3 or less, please. Odds of weapon manufacturing top 8ing the next Pro Tour. Maybe? I don't know. Honestly, it's still a ways away, so I'm gonna crack this land. I just want to get all the value I can of this mulligan. And we'll cast Dragon next turn and kill their botanist. So there you go. Make him deal with the dragon, then play Bruntar. Gain a life. They got a good number of cards in hand. They play All Fates Scroll. Another big card draw spell that mitigates our removal spells. So we've just gone from the control role to a little more of the aggro role. Where we kind of got to finish this game because they can draw 4 cards later in the game. We draw Bombard. Sure. All right, well, it's dragon time. Get off my plane. Sure. All right. It was only just 5 because of spacecraft, so it wouldn't have killed Bruntar, but that's okay. That was a pretty scary pause, yeah. Here's a fungal. I love it. I love the Fungal Colossus deck. I want to draft this deck. The affinity for differently named lands deck looks like so much fun. So they play a 5/5, which is pretty good against us. 2 cards left. We draw a land. It's probably just Bruntar. Like, just get the Bruntar train going. We got to get this thing going and try and kill them before the scroll really beats us. We draw 2 here. We don't have many 2s in our deck, but how about a 1? Sure. Love it. Could have held the land for next turn, but I think I'm pretty excited to just like draw a spell or a land next turn. So, and we had outs to hit. We got lucky, you know. They're gonna kill my Harvester. Great. There's very rarely ever an artifact in our graveyard. Because the problem is a lot of our artifacts are like auxiliary boosters or spaceships, so they just kind of sit and play. Alright. I mean, if we get to untap here with a Bruntar in play, I'll be feeling okay about this game. We can cast boosters and bombard. Don't kill my Bruntar. The most territorial of Bruntars. Play a land and say go. Is this sorcery speed? It is not. Alright, so they're gonna draw some cards. We draw Debris Field Crusher, which is pretty good actually. We can kill this Scoutlander. Okay. Kill this. Fortunately, they're drawing 4 cards. We can't stop them, but let's attack. Alright. Again, another game where they're going to draw a lot of cards, and that's very good against us. We'll see if we can fight through it. They're going to draw 4 cards here. Is there like a rare that with this like affinity for differently land names? I want to like just get into this deck, you know? It seems hard to just like start here kind of thing, you know? What can I open to get me into this deck? Because it looks really, really fun. Take 5. Please play a card with 4 toughness. That is 5 toughness and really good.
Oh my god. Space aliens.
Tenderfoot. That's killable at least. Yeah, there's so few cards with the text on it that like... Ugh. Oh no. Oh no.
Hello, darkness.
Unfortunately, they drew 4 extra cards and now you probably can't win, but... We'll see if we can cheese them out with this boosters, maybe. Yeah, it's kind of cool that I love how this theme is almost built specifically for the bonus sheet. Where the bonus sheet has all uniquely named lands, of course. It's kind of cool. We draw Nova Hellkite. That's actually not bad. They put in a Landseeker. We can warp the Hellkite and play boosters and try and get them in the air over the next 2 turns. That's pretty good. Yeah, sure. I still think we probably can't win, but we have to like chump block this turn. Recast the dragon next turn. Alright. They still have 4 cards. The thing is, like, again, this deck, a bunch of removal spells plan is not good against a bunch of card draw. And we have seen that now twice. Should we have damaged or stationed? It's an interesting thought. Could this have killed them? This takes 1 million to station and then 1 million mana to actually use. I guess I wasn't blocking, so I probably should have just stationed. We are pretty low on life, or if they had killed my 1/1, you know, there are certainly things we die to here. Not a very good card, Debris Field Crusher, you know? We have 4 cards left. Do we have any outs? So we gotta cast this dragon next turn, too. Cast the dragon, then also not die. So, like, best draw is, like, a shit or 2 drop a chump block with again. They're gonna play this guy, though. I don't think we can win. Honestly, I just don't think we actually have any outs. Even just their face-up thing. Yeah, they have plunged. Yeah, we're just super dead. Like... So it's 8 to 11. Best draw is like just a 2-drop, I guess. Pain for All is a good draw. Please stop playing things. And they mill over 0-point Ballad. So their deck is a million removal spells and card draw. So that's interesting. Kind of in like thinking about how we want to build this format. That was actually a pretty good draw. We drew a chump blocker that adds damage to the board. Alright. We ain't dead yet. And, you know, if that last card in their hand is not particularly exciting, we could still win this game. We have lethal in the air next turn. I hear no bell! It's dense. It's really, really dense. Really, really, really tense.
Why won't you die?
Alright. I mean, they got a fresh card off the top and the card they didn't play last turn. And they are really thinking it through here. So I want this one. This is it. We lose this draft, the draft is over. So if we lose the game, the draft is over. If we win, we play for a trophy. So this is playing for a trophy versus the draft over, the episode is over. This is a big spot in the game. Super tense. Are we getting slow rolled? I hope not. We're blocking. We're going to 2. We have lethal. They said it couldn't be done. They said it couldn't be done. They can gain life off of a graveyard? What? They can return. They can return their 2/3 and then gain a life. Oh, that's gross. Do we have any more outs now? That's actually not really it. So we gain 3, go to 5, but then we can't. We have to leave back a blocker. Oh my god. No. Opponent red chat and found the line. Yeah, probably. All right. Yeah. All right. We're just gonna equip and say go, I guess. This guy's got menace. Let's cruise for 8. If we had stationed this before, it would have been on 3. Alright, let's just say go. Go to 5. Chad is convinced that they gave my opponent a line because they're watching. Listen, you can't complain about that. You guys give me lines sometimes too, you know? Like... They're going to attack. Alright, so they're going for it. I mean, this is good for us. Kill some shit. We go to 3. If I had cruised before, it would only be at 3. You know, so... Alright, we're going to say go. We do have safe blocks in theory. We're not dead yet. All right. Go to 1. They draw a card. They put in a second botanist. Bombard! No! Maybe they won't kill me. I mean, yeah, they got us. So we lost to, I don't recall what our third loss was. We lost to 2 decks that drew a ton of cards. But it's interesting, like, metagame wise, like, I feel like our deck actually lines up against the format pretty well. Like, a lot of the best decks are like big green decks with big green things. So, like, killing stuff, like, removal spells are actually pretty sweet. And then the counterplay to that is big card draw spells, which we lost to. So, interesting. Very interesting draft as far as we learned. Okay, so I think that we learned a lot this draft. Our deck looked like dog shit.
Still a piece of garbage.
But it was strangely successful. And I think it was successful because we just had a bunch of removal spells and a bunch of really good top end, right? So we had, 3 mana dorks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 to 10 removal spells. And then a bunch of big boom booms. These are not like, rares, they're not mythics. They're just like pretty solid top end cards. And despite our deck looking like ass, the kill all your shit and play a big thing plan worked out quite well. And the only games we lost were to decks that had very, very large card draw spells to kind of undo the damage we did. One of them was a mythic, and one of them is really, really hard to play with, like the multi-land type stuff, and normally isn't that good. So that's pretty interesting. I think this is a draft where we learned a lot. I think this was a big level up draft as far as like getting a feel for the vibes of the format and what's kind of important. And because we're still trying to figure this format out. I am pretty lost in this format, and I think this was a decent step towards gaining a bit of understanding. So more to go on stream. You two folks, I love you. Like, comment, subscribe, and peace.